Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of To the Max Outdoors. I'm Matt. In today's episode we're going to be doing a quick short little video here on some deer tenderloins. These actually slipped down in the deep freezer on us. We've put half a cow on top and a pig in on one side of them from the butcher, and somehow these run away from us. This is from a deer that Max killed the season before passed, and usually tenderloin doesn't make it that long in this house, but this did. In today's episode, we're going to make a bacon wrapped tenderloin. We're going to do it in the oven. We'll do it real quick and simple. It's just a little, I don't know, finger food, appetizer, what you call it. It's not going to be the main course for the meal, but it's just going to be a little appetizer, I guess. So just basic general little marinade. We're going to use olive oil, some soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and balsamic vinegar, which we really like balsamic vinegar. This is optional if you don't like it. And then for the dry parts of it, we're going to use some just regular granulated garlic, a little paprika. We like paprika, some onion powder, and of course this fresh ground sea salt and black pepper. Like I said, this is just a quick short little recipe. Now when it comes to the wet ingredients, I just use equal parts of them. As you can see here, this is what is this, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. This is 15 pieces. This is how we package our tenderloin, because that's about what we eat. There's 3 of us. This is about what we eat as a family night, so that's how we pack it all when we do our process and whatnot. But anyways, equal parts of the liquids for the marinade, and then for the dry seasonings, you're just going to season them to your own taste. So we'll get through this dry part real quick. Now I'm just going to season one side of these, and I'll use my hand to spread the dry seasonings all around. I'll put them in this little bowl here for the marinade part. But as far as that goes, you're just going to dry season to your own taste. We're garlic fans in this house, so garlic is probably one of our heavier dry ingredients, and granulated garlic is pretty hard to overdo in our opinion. Paprika, there again, to your own taste. We prefer to smoke paprika, but unfortunately we can't find it just yet. Still all this nonsense of the pandemic going on. So there we go, some paprika there. This is onion powder. Onion powder is the same way. I'm just going to kind of generously coat everything. And then as far as the black pepper and whatnot, that's your own preference. We use these little self grinders here for salt and pepper. It is on the finer side of the grind, but we are black and white pepper fans, so to be somewhat generous with that. And then this is, like I said, granulated sea salt. It's just a little grinder also. It's on the fine side grind too. Now this stuff does come out fairly heavy if you're used to these, but we really do like this granulated sea salt and self grind. And like I said, what I'm going to do is I'll just take my hands and I'm just going to make sure that each piece gets nice and evenly coated. I didn't mention earlier, but obviously these tenderloins are trimmed down. There's no silver skin, there's no sinew left on it. This is how it is when it's processed. This is how it is when you want to eat it. So I'll mix it all around there pretty good. I'm pretty happy that everything's evenly coated. Get it up there in light. Everything's pretty evenly coated. There we go, transferred that over to the bowl. Slip this off the sink. Quick rinse on the hands. Dry my hands off here for a tad bit. Should have been a little bit more prepared. So, we said even parts of everything. There again, that's not a whole bunch, so we're just going to go with about 2 tablespoons of everything, and we'll see where that lands us here. Again, we're not wanting to drown everything. We're just wanting a little bit of a marinade. There's 2 tablespoons of olive oil, some soy sauce. We'll give her a quick shake. Again, if you like soy sauce more, you can put more in it. If you don't, back it off, whatever you want. This is regular soy sauce. It's not low sodium, so if you don't like a lot of salt or you're on a low sodium diet, I'd cut some of this down or cut the salt out of it. We like the taste of it, so. Yeah, some Worcestershire. Give her a shake first. Now we are big Worcestershire fans, so we're going to definitely get 2 decent tablespoons of that. And then some balsamic vinegar here. No, this is actually balsamic reduction. I'm sorry. This is balsamic reduction. So we're going to use only 1 tablespoon of it because it's a little thicker consistency. If you were just using regular vinegar, regular balsamic vinegar, you might use a little bit more of it. There we go. Now that we've got all of our wet ingredients there, we'll just take a spoon here, give them a quick little stir, get all of our wet and dry ingredients combined. And that's pretty much all you have to it. Now, what I'll do, typically, I would imagine you could marinate this overnight if you wanted to. We typically don't. We kind of want the flavor of the deer to kick through more than the marinade. So what I'm going to do is I'll put this in the refrigerator for about an hour, and we'll get back with you here in an hour, and we'll show you how we wrap them and how they go in the oven. Stick with us. Okay, welcome back. We've marinated in the refrigerator for just shy of an hour. We'll put it off into a colander here. We've drained all the excess liquid off of it. You don't want the marinade, you don't want sopping wet marinade on it. We've got the oven behind us up to 450 degrees already. And we have some bacon cut here. Cut the strips in half. This is fresh cured smoked bacon. That's what we're used to eating for the past good amount of years, and that's what we're going to eat. And the rack here we're going to use, this is actually a jerky drying rack with a drip pan. This bacon that we use is really fatty, so I want to keep all that out of the oven and keep the smoke out of the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of this tenderloin cutlet here, and this is probably 2.5 inches wide by 1/4 inch thick. I'm going to take that, I'm going to try to put it inside a piece of bacon, and I'm just going to wrap the bacon. I'm going to wrap the bacon up and around it as best as I can, and I'm going to use some skewer sticks here like you'd use for a kebab, and I'm just going to poke through that whole deal like I want. Put it on the tray. Then I'm just going to repeat that process for whatever we said, 15 pieces. Well, how many ever pieces of deer tenderloin we got here? I guess toothpicks would probably be the best option, to be honest with you, but we're out of toothpicks. So we've got kebab skewers, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to improvise a little bit. I'll try to do multiples here. The key to this is to get your piece of bacon long enough so you can wrap the ends up around it and stick her through the ends there. Maybe we'll try to get 3 pieces on 1 skewer. Let's see if that'll work. So you got a little bigger piece of meat here. Maybe we need a bigger piece of bacon for him. But generally, you get the point here of what we're doing. We'll get back to you here when I get them all wrapped up and on the pan, and I'll show you what they look like prior to going in the oven. Stay with us. So pretty much there we go. We got them all wrapped and stuck on our skewer sticks. We got them kind of arranged here on this pan so all of our bacon fat drippings go down into the pan and we don't make a mess in the oven. There again, we got the oven set at 450. We're going to go in here for 12 to 15 minutes, whatever you like. We're going to pull them back out, and we'll get back with you on the after 12-15 minutes. We'll pull them out. We'll go through that procedure of what we do to make them a little more better to our likings at that point. So stick with us again. Okay, there we go. We just come out of the oven. We was in the oven for about 12-13 minutes. Anybody that's ever made bacon in the oven, you kind of got to babysit it. It does make a little bit of a smoky mess, and I do recommend that you clean the oven after you do this, especially with fresh bacon. It's really fatty. So for our little kicker or little treat that we put on it, all I'm doing is taking Sweet Baby Ray's, and I'm just brushing it on the meat, the deer meat and the bacon. That's all we're going to do. I just lightly brush it on all the meat. We're just wanting something a little bit extra flavor, I guess you'll call it, to it. That's all we're going to do there, and then we're going to go back in the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes, whatever your preference for the doneness, let's say, of the deer meat. Right now, if you check it, it's about 120 degrees with the internal thermometer. That's probably on the rare side. We don't want it well done, that's for sure. But we want to go medium. We'll call it medium. That's how we like eating it. The bacon, it's going to crisp up in this point here. I guess the sugars or whatever in the barbecue sauce, it'll crisp up pretty good. There we go. We're happy with that one side. Take them and flip them over. That one didn't want to cooperate. Flip them all over again. And we're going to repeat the process for the barbecue on that. So there again, Sweet Baby Ray's, that's what we like. If you have your own barbecue sauce, put your own on it. Coat both sides, put her back into the oven. I did bump the temperature down a little bit. Our oven's a little bit warm and this bacon is super fatty, so I did bump the temperature back down. That way I would not cause a big smoke mess in the house and make Mama unhappy. So we'll get back with you when we pull them out of the oven. Okay, so we got them out of the oven. Them nice and, see the bacon dripping off of them there. Nice and browned up and everything. I did verify internal temperature there with one of these instant read internal. We did hit 140, 130, 140 is where we'd like to go. And we'll just take one here. Just take them off with our fingers here and just bite it in half. And as you can see there, just a tad bit of pink in the middle. It's exactly what you want for a little bit of an appetizer. So hope somebody tries this recipe. I didn't invent it, I found it. I've just modified it some to fit our own taste. Unfortunately, I can't get Max on camera. He's camera shy today, but nevertheless, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this recipe. Give it a try, and thanks for watching.